Retirement used to sound simple. Work for decades, save what you can, maybe get a pension, maybe rely on government support. Then, one day, stop working and live the final chapter with dignity. But for millions of people, that story is starting to disappear. The new fear is not retiring late. The new fear is never retiring at all. Across the United States, the United Kingdom, and Europe, people are asking the same uncomfortable question: will I have enough money to stop working? For many, the answer is not clear. The first reason is longer life. Living longer is a good thing, but it changes the math. A retirement that once needed to last 10 or 15 years may now need to last 25 or 30. That means people need more savings, more income, and more planning. But many are entering retirement with less security, not more. The second reason is the decline of traditional pensions. In the past, many workers had defined benefit pensions. They worked for an employer, and retirement income was promised based on salary and years of service. Today, more people depend on personal savings, workplace contribution plans, or investment accounts. That shift moved risk from institutions to individuals. If markets perform poorly, the worker feels it. If contributions are too low, the worker feels it. If fees are high, the worker feels it. If they start late, the worker feels it. Retirement became less of a promise and more of a personal project. The third reason is inflation. Even people who saved responsibly can feel shocked when the cost of living rises. Food, rent, healthcare, energy, insurance, and basic services can eat into retirement income quickly. Inflation does not just make today expensive, it makes the future harder to estimate. If you retire with a fixed income, every year of rising prices can shrink your real lifestyle. That is why people fear outliving their money. The fourth reason is housing. In many countries, older generations benefited from rising home values, but not everyone owns a home. Many people are still renting later in life. Others carry mortgages longer. Some help adult children financially because younger generations are struggling too. If you reach retirement age and still have high housing costs, the math becomes brutal. A pension or savings account that might have worked with a paid-off home may not work with rent rising every year. The fifth reason is unstable work. People are changing jobs more often. Gig work, self-employment, part-time work, and contract roles can make retirement saving inconsistent. A person may work hard for years and still not receive strong retirement benefits. The self-employed are especially vulnerable because no employer is automatically contributing for them. If retirement saving depends completely on personal discipline, then months of low income, family emergencies, or debt can interrupt the plan. And interrupted savings are expensive because time matters. The sixth reason is debt. Many people are entering later life with debt they did not expect to carry. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, medical debt, personal loans, mortgages. Retirement is hard enough when you need to fund the future. It is even harder when you are still paying for the past. This is why the retirement problem is not just about old people. It starts early. Every year someone delays saving, every high-interest debt they carry, every period without contributions, every expensive emergency, and every underpaid job can affect retirement decades later. The problem compounds quietly, and then one day it becomes urgent. The seventh reason is unrealistic optimism. Many people know they are not saving enough, but they avoid looking closely because the number is scary. They tell themselves they will catch up later, later when they earn more, later when the kids are older, later when debt is gone, later when life calms down. But life does not always calm down, and catch-up time becomes shorter. This is the emotional side of retirement planning. People avoid the problem not because they do not care, but because they feel powerless. A 30-year-old may think retirement is too far away. A 50-year-old may feel it is too late. Both reactions can be dangerous. The climax of this story is simple. Retirement used to be treated like the natural reward for a lifetime of work. Now it is becoming something people must fight for, and millions are not sure they are winning. So what can people do? First, know the number. Avoiding the truth does not make it smaller. Second, start with consistency, not perfection. Even small retirement contributions can matter if they begin early and continue. Third, reduce high-interest debt because debt steals future flexibility. Fourth, increase income through skills, better jobs, or side income where possible. Fifth, understand fees and investment choices. A retirement account is not magic. What you invest in, how much you pay, and how long you stay invested all matter. Sixth, do not rely on one source. A safer retirement may involve savings, investments, government benefits, part-time income, home equity, and lower expenses, but the bigger solution must also be structural. Workers need better retirement systems, employers need stronger contributions, governments need serious policy, and societies need to understand that an aging population without enough retirement income creates pressure for everyone. This is not just a personal finance issue, it is a social stability issue. Because when millions cannot afford to stop working, families, healthcare systems, employers, and governments all feel the strain. The future of retirement is changing. For some, it may still mean freedom. For others, it may mean part-time work, delayed retirement, smaller lifestyles, or financial anxiety. The question is not whether retirement will exist. The question is who will be able to afford it, and that is why millions may never stop working, not because they did nothing, but because the old retirement promise was built for a world that no longer exists. There is also a silent emotional side to this problem. Retirement is not only a financial milestone, it is a psychological promise. It tells people that after decades of effort, there will be a period of rest, choice, and dignity. When that promise starts to weaken, people do not only worry about money, they worry about what their life was building toward. That fear changes behavior long before retirement age. Younger workers may feel hopeless because the goal seems impossible. Middle-aged workers may feel trapped because they are running out of time. Older workers may feel embarrassed because they expected to be secure by now, and the pressure is not spread equally. People with high salaries, stable careers, home equity, and employer contributions have a better chance. People with unstable income, caregiving responsibilities, health problems, or long periods out of the workforce face a much harder path. This means retirement is becoming another way inequality shows up later in life. Two people may work equally hard, but if one had access to benefits, assets, and compounding, and the other did not, their final decades can look completely different. That is why the conversation has to be bigger than personal responsibility. Yes, individuals need to save, invest, reduce debt, and plan earlier, but employers, governments, and financial systems also shape the rules of the game. Subscribe to the channel for more clear and honest finance breakdowns. Thanks for watching.